Hey guys, it's Jeremy Carnes here with Seek First Outdoors, and we're pairing up with Kentucky Outdoorsman, and we are going to go over the new Hunt Arsenal Cloud RLX. Let's jump into it. All right guys, so we are up here in the Razor Mag 2.0 by Hunt Arsenal, and of course, as we talked about previously, the Hunt Arsenal Cloud RLX. The big thing about this saddle is the comfort that it offers. And as a saddle hunter already, I can tell you just by hanging in this thing right here, it is super easy on the back and on the hips. As you can kind of see, it goes really high up my back here, which offers that really comfortable back support that most saddle hunters deal with. When you get into the saddle game, the one thing you deal with is hip pinch, when you're leaning into the tree like so. This thing right here, it's got some serious comfort to it. Of course, you have to try it in order to feel it. So come to Kentucky Outdoorsman and get you one. One thing that it also offers, which is really awesome, is the integrated saddle bag. As you can see here, extra ropes, anything really that you want to place right there in that, it's tucked right in behind you. You can pull it right out. You know, when you get really hungry, you need to pull out that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's right there. But in all reality, this thing offers some significant features that really is changing the saddle game that most people run into complications with, or things that they would like to add to their saddle. But the Cloud RLX already comes pre-equipped with these accommodations. So one of the other really awesome features about this Cloud RLX is that it has a bridge adjustment, as you can see here, that offers comfort for all shapes and sizes. I'm 6'3" and I weigh right around 180. And one thing that I've really already noticed right here is that if there was a support here to where if I'm up on the top of that platform, I'm pushing out, just hanging onto that tree, I don't have a lot of tension right here on this back brace right here on my back. But if I need to hurry up and get down and get in that more standing position because the deer is shaping around that tree, watch this. Now I'm back and I'm on it. If I need to swing around and get up and in it, I'm right back on top of it. So the one thing that I've really noticed so far is not only does it have the adjustments for the upper side of your back support, but it has the lower side for when you want to tighten that hip support. Make it a little closer where it doesn't feel like you're kind of, falling down into the saddle and everything. So all around, this thing offers a ton of comfort options. Like I said, not only for someone my size, generally anyone that wants to get into the saddle game. Because in most cases, when you hunt out of a saddle, when you start going through your options and everything, the one thing you're always going to run into is comfort. So you also may be wondering, what exactly is this giant thing hanging down here below my legs? Well, let's just go ahead and get into it, because this thing is really awesome. Anybody that has been hunting for a long time knows that when you get into that tree right here, if there's the first thing you need is some knee pads, because that can hurt. When you're right here, sometimes you just don't want to sit right here all day long. Sometimes you want to move around and you want to lay them legs up into it, depending on the situation. But Hunt Arsenal just came out with this new Slinger DLX knee comfort band. Let me show you how this works. So as you can see right here, this Slinger DLX comfort knee band just hooks directly right here at the bottom of this. It's got a little strap hook. Just go in right there, and it has the same thing on the other side, and you can adjust it based off how close you want your knees to be together, how far apart you want them to go around the tree or whatnot. But as you can see, this thing has a little bit of padding and everything right like so, and it's very, very, very tough and durable and high quality material. And so you just lay this thing right up against the tree like so, and then you can just sit right into it. And what it's doing is it's acting as a brace support for your legs, to where you're not having to push them all the way around, but everything's staying aligned inside of the saddle. Anybody that also hunts in a platform or a saddle platform understands this one thing and one thing only. Sometimes you get tired of standing on your feet. Well, looky here. I can just set my feet up. I can set it up on top of that platform, bring this thing up a little higher. It's not so rough on you like you would actually think. It's actually a lot more comfortable than you would really think. And of course, you won't know it unless you try it. And I believe, honestly, that Hunt Arsenal has really stepped the game up for this new innovative technology, because they are making some changes to the saddle game. The thing I also want to show you with the Slinger DLX and the quick adjustment bridge system, check this out. So I go ahead, put myself into the tree. It's a little tight right here for my liking because, you know, once again, I'm 6'3". If I want to adjust this thing on the fly, give it a little bit of adjustment right here. And this is no editing. This is all just adjustment right off the fly. What was that, 10 seconds? And I was quiet, didn't have to get up, move around, or do anything, didn't have to stand up, reset. This has all happened right there in under 10 seconds, just by quick adjustments that they're offering directly off this bridge. Because if you hunt out of a saddle, you know how hard it is sometimes to have that, get that full bridge. You got up here, you're tightening, you're releasing, you're doing everything you have to in order to get it out. But these little quick adjusts offer that back support, that hip support. And right now, for an all-day rut sit with that rifle, laying it right there, there's a great stability when you lay that rifle right up on top of it. You ain't got to worry about it. Lay that gun right up against a tree. Use that as a brace point. This thing really offers a lot of comfort for the guys that are afraid to get into the saddle game. Because in most cases, the one thing you're always concerned about is comfort. And if there's one thing that Hunt Arsenal has capitalized on, it is comfort with the Cloud RLX. So now let's go ahead and drop to the bottom of the tree and go over these new platforms. All right, guys, so we are right here with the RZR Sub2 by Hunt Arsenal platform. This thing is the ultra light champion of the platform market. It is the lightest platform on the market. This thing comes in under 1.95 pounds and it folds up to an overwhelming 1.2 inches wide. Come over here and check this out. So right here on the RZR Sub2 is the really awesome rope lock system, and it also has the DuraBraid rope, which is super durable and very, very, very strong. The one thing though that is really awesome about this particular platform and all of Hunt Arsenal's platforms that they've just released is that this platform is CNC machined from solid 7075 aluminum block. So therefore, the same way that your riser on your bow is formed, so are these platforms. If you get closer here, you can see that this has the quick lock system to where you just punch that button, offers it to come undone, bam. Look how flat this thing is. That is tiny. This thing is really awesome. You want it to bite down? Click it out. There it goes. Very, very, very simple. With weight on top of it, it's just gonna bite even harder. So we also have right here with us, as we just went over the Sub2, we have the Elite model and the Mag 2.0. So as you can see with the Sub2, it comes in at 1.95 pounds, the Elite at 2.45 pounds, and the Mag 2.0 at 2.85 pounds. Overall thickness with the Sub2 is 1.2 inches, 1.2 inches on the Elite, and then a 1.8 inch on the Mag 2.0. The biggest thing is weight capacity. The Sub2 is 300 pounds, the Elite is 300 pounds, and then the Mag 2.0 is 350 pounds. So all across the board, Hunt Arsenal is offering a platform that is versatile to each and every individual hunter. So don't forget, when you are in the saddle market and you want to get into the saddle game, come to Kentucky Outdoorsman and we'll get you set up.